Welcome to this guided coaching meditation. I've been working a lot with people around their overthinking, their overanalyzing, which can lead to overwhelm and a whole host of other things. I've also been talking to people who have become stuck in their thinking. I like to call it faulty thinking because they are unable to get out of a rut, if you like. And so what I wanted to do today was a session on thinking where we could get you to a point where you were looking at a expanded thinking, if you like. And all you have to do is allow yourself to dream, to imagine, to do all the things that you want to do. So when you're ready, making yourself comfortable there where you are, allowing yourself to know that this is your time, your special time. You've chosen to listen to this. So allow yourself to be somewhere where you'll be uninterrupted for about 15 minutes. And what I want you to do is to start with the usual relaxation exercises. But this time, we're going to start at your feet. I know, but sometimes it's good to shake things up a bit. So I want you to start with your feet and just as you've got your eyes closed, start to tune into them. How are they feeling? What's going on for them? Are they tense? Are they relaxed? Are they squeezed into your shoe or slipper? Just notice what you notice about your feet. And what we're going to do is, first of all, expand your awareness. So that if you could imagine seeing the world from your feet, what would that be like? And just imagine. It's going to be a challenge for some people, and that's okay. Just keep doing it. It's as much as you can. So just imagine you're sat on your big toe. How do you see the world? What do you see? What's the perspective that you have? And I want you to imagine drawing up the earth energies into your feet because they're going to follow you, but there is a reason for this. So just play along as best you can. And if you can't imagine energy coming up through your feet, you could imagine a color perhaps, or just know that it's happening now you've said it. And as that energy comes through your feet, I want you to move your awareness all the way up through the knees, through your hips, to your belly button. And I want you to imagine that your whole being is in your belly button. What would your perspective be like from this? How different is it than being on your big toe? Just notice what you notice. There's no right and there's no wrong. And as I say, you might need to just imagine what you can, or just know that you're seeing the world from your belly button. And notice as you do this, bringing your awareness into different parts of the body, that you can start to relax because now you're using your thinking mind for something different. I know, bizarre. And when you're around the belly button, what do you notice that might be going on inside? Maybe you had a heavy meal and you're still digesting it, or you're hungry because it's before a meal, or maybe there's gurgling going on. Who knows? Just pay attention to what you can hear, see, and feel and sense. It's all awareness. In a moment, I want to move you up to your heart. Travel up to your heart. And this time I want you to go inside into your heart and imagine that you can sit in there and look and see what's going on. Just sit in your heart. So it's almost like you can imagine yourself cross-legged somewhere or sitting on a chair if you need to, or laying down. And all around you, you're safe. You're in a cocoon, if you like. You can still breathe, but your heart is doing all that your heart does normally, beating away, pumping blood around your body, life-giving blood. I want you to become aware of the beat of your heart, the flow of blood through the heart, just whatever you need to do. And whether you can hear anything or just sense something, it doesn't matter. Just, the movement of the heart pumping up and down. You've seen them in films. It goes dum-a-dee-dum, 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 dum-a-dee-dum. Not exactly the right sound, but it is that sort of rhythm. Beautiful. And now allowing the relaxation to follow you as you come up to your throat and staying inside. What's the perspective from your throat? What can you see? What can you feel? What can you hear, sense as you bring your awareness to your throat? And all the time, your brain may well be feeling a bit confuddled, and it's okay, because it may not have done this before, or alternatively, you're an old hand at this and it's really easy. But to see the world from the perspective of the throat, does it sometimes feel that it's not allowed to speak up? Can it look down to the heart and know that the heart is not allowed to speak up? Or the gut and know that the gut is shouting something's wrong? Nobody's listening. I don't know. Just pick up on what you pick up on. There is no right and there is no wrong. You may get nothing, but equally you may get something. Just a deeper awareness of the whole purpose of your throat, because it processes the oxygen you bring in, it processes the food that you swallow, it allows you to talk. Well, it's actually the voice box, but it's all in that vague area of the neck. And now I want you to bring your awareness up, bring in all the relaxation and calm that's beginning to happen elsewhere in the body as you are now bringing your focus into your head. Now, I want you to imagine, in whatever way you can imagine, that your thoughts, the overthinking, the overanalyzing, the non-stop critical, judgmental, all those good things that just carry on in the background, I want you to imagine that they are running through the front of your head. And what I want you to do is to imagine that you can go behind them so that you can see your thoughts running in front of you, be it like a steam train or a slow boat, whichever is the right for you. Just get an image of what the thoughts are doing. And not only are you sitting behind, but I want you to imagine you're elevated in some way, so higher in the back of the mind. There is a reason for this. I won't go through it today, but know that here you are distancing yourself from those thoughts. You can see them going through. And become aware of the thoughts passing through. I usually find people who live in their head have more than one set of thoughts going through. They have at different levels. I am known, or I know that I can have several thoughts at once, and sometimes they can all just clash and collide with each other. What about you? But where you're sat now, you're getting some clarity, some distance between you and your thoughts. You can observe them in a different way. I wonder what you might be sensing now. You can become focused on what's going on. Just pay attention for a moment. That's right, very good. And as you do that, this mental ability of looking at your thoughts from a different perspective, a different awareness. I wonder how that might help you. But we're not ending there. I want you to imagine, whatever way you can do this, if it helps to put you in a spaceship or a rocket or a lift, I don't mind. But I want you to imagine bringing your awareness outside your body now and above your head, looking down on your body. Still seeing those thoughts running in front of you, but now you're further away, higher and higher. And I want you to imagine that as you look down, you get an even different perspective. That's right, very good. And I want you to imagine that what you've started to do is expand your thinking beyond the constraints of the brain. For some people, it could be classed as the higher mind, or your higher self, the soul, the universe, who knows. And I do want to take you up still higher in a moment to tap into the super conscious highway. If you like, it's a bit like the internet, only for thinking. Without too much explanation here, thought forms are all around us. They're energy. We already know we're full of energy. We're made of energy. When you break us down into our components, we're energy. So we're surrounded by energy. But what we want to do is tap into that internet mind, the super conscious highway, where their ideas and solutions and all your creativity may live. And I want you to imagine, you can look up from just above your head and you can see a lattice work or a grid work of energy, and all around above you. And I want to call this your superconscious highway. It's ideas, it's solutions, it's creativity, it's positive thinking, and all this many different things. And you can see it as a grid work of light, a grid work of cable, whatever works for you. But this lattice work, we're going to send light through. So very often, a lot of what comes through to our computer comes through fiber optics, doesn't it? So it's light. So just imagine it's a light lattice work above your head. However high you need, it could be 30 feet, it could be right up as far as the outside of the Earth's atmosphere. But I want you to find it. And before you go, anything that you need an answer to, anything that you've got a problem with, anything that you're just wanting to test for some information, just ask yourself that now as you hover just above your head. You are connected to your body via a connection of light, a rope, whatever you need, something that will hold you and bring you back down when you're ready so that you can feel safe and secure. That's right, very good. And remember, you can do this no wrong. You are just tapping into an awareness that takes you beyond the limitations that we all live to. Limitations of thinking, limitations of our body, mind, limitations of our world, our society, our peer group. We want to go beyond and further. When you're ready, I want you to imagine being able to sail, soar, fly, whatever you need, rise to this superconscious highway above you. And you're just using your awareness, tapping into it in whatever way. So do you remember I said you were connected to your body and your body mind? Well, just imagine you've got your little Ethernet cable or whatever you need, your cable for your computer, and plug yourself into that super conscious highway. Now, let me be clear, you're not taking on the world's thinking. No, 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 no. What you're doing is you're tapping in just like the internet or your AI, whatever you're using, you're tapping in the question. And what you're looking for is the answer that's just right for you. So whatever the question is, how do I, get that client? How do I heal this problem? What do I need to do to attract a new partner? I don't know, whatever you need. And I want you to do something that's not going to be a problem for you if you don't get it, because we're doing energy work here. And the challenge with energy work is it doesn't always happen first time because your own energies need to shift and change. But what if it could? What if you practice this enough that you could tap into the solutions that you needed more effectively by practicing this? What if you could find your awareness moving in so many different ways? We've just done within the body. But if you decide to come back, I'll do one where you actually do different ones. What if you could go to different timelines or different parts of history and learn something? Or I've got another one which I would really love to do here, where we tap into the nature elements, all different ways of expanding your awareness. And that's what we're doing here. And as you're tapped into this super conscious highway, I want to give you a couple of minutes quiet time. Nothing for you to do, just be aware of where you are and see if anything comes to you. So ask your question and wait for a couple of minutes. Thank you. How was that for you? So in a moment, I want you to bring your awareness back from that super conscious highway down to just above your head, your crown, bringing yourself back down to the seat where you were above your thoughts and noticing what was going on. Bringing yourself back into the body fully and completely, such that you can wiggle your fingers and your toes. And you can start to notice that you're coming back. And before you do, just remember that expanding your thinking means changing your perspective, and changing your awareness is a really good start. How was that for you? As you open your eyes, coming back into the room there where you are, completely being in touch with what's going on around you, feeling grounded and ready to be different now, better than before. If you enjoyed this, really, I would love you to subscribe to my channel, and I'm open to suggestions of ones that will really help you become who you want to be more and more. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next week.